Shade is doing his thing, robbing and dropping. He gets inside a lab when a guard reports the robbery. Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter respond and get to the crime scene. The Martian is finally useful and drops a body. Green Lantern handles the rest of the men, and then Martian Manhunter senses Shade in the lab. Shade is being shady, hacking through a vault. He steals a chip and then escapes from the Justice League. As he is running, an attractive woman picks him up. Her name is Giganta, and she is huge. Snoo. They drive to the mountains and she goes through into a hidden location. Inside, we are introduced to Sinestro, as well as countless other villains. They are setting up another Injustice League, calling it the Secret Society. Grodd walks in, and the third time's the charm. Later on, Martian Manhunter is being interviewed before they dip out of there. Green Lantern is angry that they couldn't catch Shade, so they meet up with the rest of the League, and he says that they need to work better together. He suggests they practice together, and they don't like it, but they agree regardless. Meanwhile, the Secret Society spies on them, and they start practicing together as well. Grodd is getting the team to trust each other, but it's not easy. None of them are in it for the money, each having their own personal vendetta against the Justice League. Grodd is trying to convince Shade to join them, and he tells them they can get rid of the Justice League once and for all. They spy on them and prepare. Superman is practicing in an old western town, and he almost loses focus. Hawkgirl joins the practice run, but her aggression takes her out. She didn't trust her partners, so she got blasted. Meanwhile, the Secret Society travels to an island owned by Morgan Edge. They get there, and Giganta grows into the ultimate snoo, but she gets electrocuted. Killer Frost handles things alongside Sinestro, and they break inside. The Justice League is still practicing together to build chemistry and work as a team. Batman has enough and leaves. The Secret Society battles a bunch of mercenaries and takes them out with ease as choppers come in to aid. Snoo is proving to be too much for them, and Shade handles the choppers with her. They break inside the mansion and take the guards out. A chef tries to escape and gets on a boat, but Killer Frost intervenes and freezes the water. They catch the chef and take him back for questioning, and it turns out that the chef is Mr. Edge pretending to be a nobody. They get him to show them where the valuables are, and he takes them to a bunch of canisters. They contain some dangerous stuff and dump it down. Mud. But the mud is living. Is this Clayface? It is. The final member of the Secret Society. Superman is still practicing, and he's getting hammered by Green Lantern. He comes back and wins, but Green Lantern says that he didn't need to take all that pounding. They start to argue with each other, and saying who's stronger than who, and then Green Lantern finally has enough. He tells them that they'll keep practicing till they get it right. Meanwhile, Batman is monitoring the situation with the Secret Society. They free Clayface, and he tells them that he just wants to be normal again. Grodd tells him that he changed Giganta from an ape into this giant. Meanwhile, one of the guards is in the hospital when he gets a visit from Batman. He offers him a drink and asks for information. Batman gets to business and attacks Clayface. He finds the rest of the team waiting for him, and they turn the tables on him. They thought they caught him lacking, but Batman brought the homies with him. They all begin to fight, and the women get grabbed by Snoo. Flash takes out Shade, and everyone else deals with their counterpart. Grodd intervenes and messes with Green Lantern. He goes down, and Hawkgirl abandons Wonder Woman. Everyone gets distracted from something, and they start to lose the battle. The only one who's focused is Batman, taking out Clayface, then saving Superman. He gets blasted by Clayface and Sinestro delivers a beating on the rest. Superman gets clapped by Snoo, then everyone else gets destroyed. Flash tries to catch up, but he slips from Killer Frost. They escape, and Grodd tells them that they need to finish them on a bigger stage. Green Lantern is angry at the team for slipping when they had the advantage. They all assign blame to each other, and Superman has enough. They consider splitting the Justice League, and finally, Martian Manhunter is the one speaking sense. He tells them to man the hell up before leaving them on their own. Batman also dips, then everyone else does the same. The Justice League is over. Later on, a bunch of thugs are complaining about Shade. Flash waits for them to give up his location, and they make fun of him and leave. The Secret Society is watching this unfold, and Grodd says that he owes his powers to Flash. He also says he's been watching them for months. He knew their animosity towards each other was growing, and he just played on that to drive them apart. He also says that he sent out mind waves to affect their moods so they are divided. Now it's time to conquer. Meanwhile, Flash is trying to intimidate the thugs to reveal information, but it ain't working. He decides to drop the thug and runs alongside him to reveal information. After catching him, the thug reveals everything he knows. Flash speeds off to the location and barges inside, but he's attacked right away. He outruns Sinestro and overwhelms him, but he gets caught in the end. He calls Batman for help, and Batman decides to go help him. Batman arrives to find Flash on top of Sinestro, so he shoots them and electrocutes him. The real Flash would have been too fast. He beats them up, then he gets jumped. Meanwhile, Green Lantern is angry that they broke up. Hawkgirl tells him that he is too strict and that he doesn't care about them. He tells her that he'd give his life for her, and she flies away. Angry, he blasts the camera watching them. He opens it up and discovers what Grodd is up to, then follows to their location. He calls Hawkgirl and tells her to meet him at the practice arena. Everyone gathers there except for him. They are then duped and attacked by multiple droids, but they work quickly and take them out with ease, releasing their anger, and Superman harms Hawkgirl. He is then attacked, and the Secret Society arrives to get the rest. Snoo Snoo is unable to clap Martian Manhunter, and so the Justice League starts to come back. Shade misses and hits Sinestro, then they go down. Martian Manhunter calls Superman for help, but it's Clayface.
Gotcha, bitch!
He's not as smart as Batman, but the real Martian comes through. Superman is taken out, and the rest of the League battles their counterparts. Grodd then gives an order to take out Wonder Woman, and she is taken out. Hawkgirl is left standing trying to find Killer Frost, but she gets duped and gassed. Superman is swung around and crushed by Snoo Snoo. This is every nerd's dream. The Martians continue to fight, but the Justice League get their asses handed to them. The Martian is frozen by Killer Frost, and everyone is defeated except for Green Lantern. They go back to their base, where the heroes are all locked away. Clayface tells Grodd to kill them now, so they don't escape like in the movies, but he doesn't listen. Green Lantern is the only one left standing, and he creeps up on them, but Grodd senses that he's there. He brings the place down to distract them, and they quickly go after him, but it's a decoy. He unlocks the League while fending off the Secret Society, but it's too much for him, and he gets taken down. The entire League is down now. At the Gotham Super Bowl, Shanna is performing at the halftime show. She dances for the crowds and amazes everyone. A ship hovers over the stadium and knocks everything down to land. The villains come out to reveal themselves. Grodd gives a speech about defeating the weak. Police arrive at the scene, but they're taken out to demonstrate their power. Grodd brings out the Justice League to display them. They are all chained, and Grodd says that it's time for a new world order. Clayface then frees them all. Turns out he was the Martian all along. The League escapes, and they face off in the middle of the stadium. They have to get over the mind tricks to battle the Secret Society and Snoo Snoo. They both charge and work together in a heated battle. The Justice League kicks ass while Martian Manhunter tries to mind battle Grodd till he's frozen. Superman is stepped on again. We're beginning to think he has a kink for that. Batman fights Shade and kicks him away. Sinestro battles Green Lantern and his mind is messed with again, but Hawkgirl has his back. He messes with her mind now, but Green Lantern won't stand for this. Flash frees Martian Manhunter before going to help. He runs circles around Killer Frost and puts her in a tornado till she passes out. The Lanterns battle while Wonder Woman takes out another. Superman wouldn't hit a woman, so Wonder Woman does. Shade tries to flee, but Batman gets him. The final boss is Clayface, and Flash works with Hawkgirl to turn him into a fireworks show for the Super Bowl. Grodd is trying to escape, and then tries to recruit Superman. He attacks his mind and tries to overcome him, but Superman swats him like a fly. The League reunites, and they all feel shame. They apologize and move on before walking off stage. If you love conspiracy theories and secret societies, then this is the story for you. It felt like an Endgame episode where everything just fell into place. We loved that the villains finally used their minds for once and worked smart instead of just making every stereotypical dumb decision they could think of. Well, this brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Your support helps us grow. And tell me what you think about this story. Are you a fan of the Secret Society? Do you like to see more factions actually defeat the heroes so that the victories feel more rewarding? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you're watching till now, thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.